When we hit 20,000 subscribers, we'll give away a free NFL jersey of your choice. So subscribe now. I guess my first question is, how does it feel to be a part of Tim Tebow Week this week?
Well, it's great from a perspective of he's an attention magnet, and people, whether they love him or hate him, seem to enjoy reading about him. So, no matter what you write, if the name Tebow's in it, people are going to read it.
Is this the most unique name or unique storyline with this guy that you have seen going into a playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, we've had unique personalities, great players, people who've players who've captured the imagination of the public, but for the reasons that he's capturing, no, I can't quite say that there's been another one like him.
Of course, there's a ton of mutual respect between two sides. Throwing out a few numbers, Bill Belichick, 4-6 against Denver, the worst record among any other team that he has faced. Tom Brady, 2-6 lifetime against Denver. Has any of this been mentioned in the press conferences and to the coach and player this week?
Actually, it was mentioned quite a bit 3-4 weeks ago when we had Tebow Mania 1, the Tebow Bowl, the first time around. And I don't think it's been brought up quite as much or at all this time, given the Patriots kind of handled Denver rather, I don't say easily, but it turned out to be not a close game after the first quarter.
Karen, upon doing the research on these two teams, the Broncos and the Patriots defense appears to be better in some categories as the Denver defense. They are middle of the pack against the run, horrible against the pass. Obviously, Tim Tebow, it seems like, will have to beat them with his arm once again. Do you agree with that?
Well, I'm sure the Patriots are going to try to force Tim Tebow to beat them with his arm, but in order to do that, they're going to have to stop basically the best running game in the business. The Broncos led the league in rushing this year, at least the AFC, and the Patriots had quite a time shutting them down the first time. They rushed for like 162 yards in the first quarter alone during that matchup, 252 yards total in the game. I wouldn't call that shutting down. And what helps is that Tebow runs the ball as well. So with Willis McGahee in there, it's a multiple threat. What helped the Patriots the last time was they got up and they got ahead, and that is ultimately what forced Tebow to have to throw the ball and play from behind. And, that's one way to shut down a running game, but I think the Patriots want to do it the traditional way and just stop them, period.
And, of course, one thing that should not be overlooked in that game was the Broncos offense turned the ball over many times in their own territory, which led to points for the Patriots. Of course, turnovers always play a factor in any game, including playoff games when they're on this big of a stage. The Patriots defense, they gave up the second most total yards in the NFL this year. Second last, of course, the Packers were last. How come this defense has played that poorly and given up that many yards, Karen?
Well, their secondary is just not that good. I mean, it's been a revolving door of players and personnel. They've had some injuries in the linebacker position that hasn't helped. So it's just been awful to watch on some occasions. That Denver game being the first one, I mean, embarrassing to watch. But one way for defense like that to survive, especially when you have an offense like the one the Patriots have, is to force turnovers. For them to survive going forward, they are going to have to come up with a couple turnovers a game. No question about it.
Karen, you've covered this team obviously all season. You've seen a lot of Tom Brady. You've seen a lot of the offense. In those games that they lose, is it just that the offense doesn't put up points, the defense surrenders too much, or is it that Tom Brady is under pressure and makes some not so great throws?
Well, it's a combination of all those things. I think if you, I mean, the common thread is the offense doesn't score its usual 30 points a game. If you can keep the offense to 20 or less, chances are the Patriots don't win. Now, a lot of the reasons for the Patriots not scoring at their usual amount is if you can get to Brady, if you can sack Brady, if you can get in his face, hinder him. The common thread in those games, I think in the 4 games he was sacked like 13 times and hit 19 other times. You know, your quarterback's going to have a tough time. I don't care who you are. If you're getting pummeled, hit, sacked, that amount of times, and it's impacted Brady, it would impact the quarterback.
Could you give me one name that you think will have a major impact on this weekend's game?
Well, I would say perhaps Brandon Spikes, because he's someone who didn't play in the first game, and due to injury, and he is one of their better run-stuffing linebackers. He's played against the run option before, and if he can establish a presence in helping them stuff the run, forcing Tebow to throw, and obviously he knows Tebow pretty well, given he played on the same team with him, I think his presence could be a big factor.
You could even say that Josh McDaniels would be a big impact on this game, couldn't you?
Well, you know, yeah, that a little bit of controversy there with the Patriots hiring him. Although I don't think they knew they were playing Denver when they did hire him. Yes, I think McDaniels, knowing the personnel of Denver, and, you know, people saying, well, he knows Tebow, but I think the more important thing, if you think about it, he knows their defensive personnel inside and out. And, for instance, he can tell Brady the weaknesses of their cornerbacks, their linebackers, where to put the ball, to attack players. You know, not that they don't see it on film, but, again, McDaniels being head coach knows these people intimately, knows their weaknesses. If it might make a difference in one play, but one play can win you a game.
Last question for you, Karen. I'm going to put you on the spot here. I mean, I've seen the spread being 14, 14.5, 13.5. What do you think the final score of this game will be, and do you foresee any chance of an upset by the Denver Tebows? Well,
you know, I could foresee it. It's not outlandish to predict an upset. You know, Denver's coming in with nothing to lose. The pressure's all on the Patriots, having, you know, been one and done the past couple of years, having not won a playoff game in 4 years. But that being said, you know, I still pick the Patriots to win, and I picked them to win by a pretty good margin. I think I picked them by 31-17 in the paper.